Hi traders, this is Taylor from thetradinganalyst.com, where you can join in on all the member-only features like the live chat room, educational videos, and the real-time option and stock alerts with your very own 7-day free trial. It's a great opportunity, and I suggest you take advantage of it. So we're going to take a look at the Apple chart. We took a look at it last night before today's trading action, and I was counting on some consolidation. Of course, was not expecting this big of a gap down all the way down to support. But we did land right at our about 116 support, right at the middle Bollinger Band, like I mentioned last night. And this previous resistance right here, as you can see from these highs over here, I didn't adjust these lines. These were already drawn. So what's next for Apple? Okay, first I want to point out we've got this big gap here to fill. Okay, and today's trading session we have a doji right here. So we gapped down pretty big, but the move was pretty muted. Okay, so buyers stepped in to support the stock at this level. So I do think we can get a bounce. As I mentioned, I do like it against this uptrend line. This is kind of the must-hold level for me on this uptrend line. We've got this gap still down here that has not filled yet, and that gap is right about at the close of this candle, which is 114. So there's a gap down there that needs to fill. I'm kind of mixed between which gap is going to fill first. So what we're going to look for is a break below today's low, and in that case we're going to come down here and potentially fill this gap. Okay, what I see happening if it breaks the lows is we'll come down here, fill that gap, which will bring us below the trend line. Okay, and then we'll end up coming back up and hammering and closing above the trend line, and then we'll end up coming back up here and filling this gap up here. Okay, the other scenario is we break over today's high and we end up filling today's gap. Okay, so those are two scenarios that I'm looking at. I do think that the most important thing that you need to take away from this video is this uptrend line support right here. Okay, this is a must hold for Apple. It's also lining up perfectly with the 50-day moving average, this blue line here. Okay, as you can see, I mean, it's just perfect right here. This 50-day moving average, you know, look at it. It's lining up perfectly. It lined up perfectly with this trend line right here. Okay, and now it's lining up perfectly with this trend line. Okay, so it's really, I really like to see that when trend lines match up with moving averages. Okay, it's great to see. So most important thing, this trend line needs to hold. Looking at the indicators, as I mentioned yesterday, we've got the RSI, which is curling over, but look at where we are. We are at the midpoint right here at 50 on the RSI. Typically, that is an area where bullish stocks bounce from. Okay, bullish RSI patterns stay above 50. It's okay if they dip to 45, 40. You know, this isn't an exact level, but typically a bullish RSI pattern, they stay above 50 and bounce from 50 to 70 and so on and such forth. On the other end, bearish stocks, they bounce from 30 to 50, get rejected at 50 and come back down. MACD, another lower high on the MACD histogram, and we have the stochastics, which broke this support line right there, and it's leading the way down. So we've got the RSI at a bounce level. MACD is still above the signal line. It could cross tomorrow, so we're just kind of going to wait to see how it plays out tomorrow and see whether we break the highs or the lows tomorrow and see what kind of action we can get. But definitely this trend line needs to hold. Okay? Thanks for watching. If you found this video at all helpful, go ahead and give us a visit, www.thetradinganalyst.com. Check out our past performance. You can see all of our trades in the performance tab. You won't be disappointed. You can sign up tonight and start receiving alerts tomorrow. We'll see you over there.